have UFC 309, and this is absolutely a retirement home card. We have so many old fighters fighting on this card. Shout out Chris Weidman. We have our picks, predictions, outcomes, and upsets. We're going to start with the prelims, work our way into the main card. But before this video starts, let me know your prediction for the main event, Jon Jones or Stipe Miocic. I'm going to say it right one day, down in the comments. Well, let's take a look at these prelims. First off, before we look at the prelims, why are these fights on the main card? I can pick out 3+ prelims that should be on the main card over this. Oh, and by the way, Bo Nickal, a 1350 favorite, is absolutely insane. We will get to that. Let's scroll down here a little bit. Veronica Hardy. We're not going to talk too much about Oban Elliott. I mean, Mcghee making his return to the octagon. When was the last time you fought? June 1st, 2021, not long ago, coming off a loss. Don't really remember that one. We're probably going to see another Mcghee loss this fight too. This dude looks like an absolute dog. Ramez, yep, we're not even going to try to say your last name, brother. Hey, good luck. Mcghee, hope you can get a win under your belt. Marcin Tybura, and y'all know how I am with the UFC names. Janata Denise. This dude looks like a serial killer. This is a serial killer. You can't be American. What country are you? You just look like you have killed someone in your life. Who did he beat? Who is this? Is this dude off of Carl Williams? This is the dude from... What are these two? What are they called fights? Oh my God, because wasn't this dude on the Contender? Wasn't Carl Williams on the Contender? I might be wrong. I might be thinking of someone else. Are those two Contender fights? I don't know. Anyways, heavyweight bout, Marcin Tybura. I'm probably going Tybura on that one. We're not going to do our predictions for the whole undercard. I just want to take a look at him. David Onama, Roberto Romero. That is a W name. Roberto Romero. We have Jim Miller. Jim effing Miller back on the card. What, 40 years old, coming off a loss to Bobby Green at UFC 300. That was an absolute war. He's fighting Damon Jackson. Is this a retirement fight? I'm not 100% sure. I haven't heard anything about it. If you've heard anything about it, let me know. I feel like they're kind of throwing him a bone. He is a 150 underdog. I'm not going to make a prediction on that because I'm going to be biased. And I just want to let y'all know I am biased on a lot of my UFC picks. I love the sport. Sometimes I just can't get out of my own way. We have Chris Weidman fighting Eric Andres. Andres coming off a win. Is he streaking? No, he is coming off a 1-fight win streak, fighting Chris Weidman. Good old American boy, Chris Weidman, boy. Coming off a win against Silva, 1-fight win streak. This is going to be an interesting fight. Chris Weidman's getting up there in age. Coming back after that horrific leg injury. We love to see it. Can we get a round of applause for Chris Weidman? A pick'em? A pick'em days before? Give me Chris Weidman. Give me Chris Weidman on that one. I'm going to lock in Chris Weidman. I mean, just, you got to love him. By the way, speaking of fights that could be up here on the main card, Jonathan Martinez could be up there. Chris Weidman could be up there. You could have put Jim Miller up there. No, we put Mauricio Ruffy and James Lollipop. Good job, UFC. Absolute good job. Give me Chris Weidman. Jonathan Martinez and Marcus Mcghee. Number 13, Jonathan Martinez. I mean, the fall off after losing to Jose Aldo has to be studied. I hate when a 13th ranked guy has to go and fight an unranked guy. But I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. I guess at the same time, you would never have guys move up. Because if this guy beats Jonathan Martinez, he's moving up, which he's a 148 favorite. I don't know about that. 2-fight win streak, 3 fights in the UFC. I think they're very, very much undervaluing Jonathan Martinez. This dude looks like he's 60 years old. This is a old, decrepit man. Brother, how old are you? The Maniac, he might kill him. I don't know. Jonathan Martinez, 9 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission, 3 first-round finishes. I'm going with Jonathan Martinez on this fight. Going into the main card, call me a casual, call me whatever you want. Who is Mauricio Ruffy? I feel like I know the name. He has 1 fight in the UFC. Awesome. Against Jamie Malarkey. Good job. You won that. Awesome. What'd he win by? KO in the first. Okay. I feel like I remember that fight. I just feel like I remember it. James Lollipop. Okay. Okay. Goku, by the way. You're losing. Why would your nickname be Goku and you have a loss on your record? You're done. You have 2 losses on your record and your nickname is Goku. He might show up on your front door and beat your ass. Goku is your nickname is ridiculous and you're out here getting mollywopped. Give me Mauricio Ruffy. Give me Mauricio Ruffy. That's ridiculous. Can we look at the 10-1, 14-4. This is definitely your last fight in the UFC, brother. Ruffy coming off a win. Brazil, Peru, 5'11", 6 foot. Dear God. Why is this a main card fight? After that, we have Vivian Araujo, something like that, fighting Karen Silva, number 9 and number 11 women's flyweight. I've probably seen them fight. I probably just don't remember it. Silva coming off. Oh, Silva on a 4-fight win streak has been undefeated in the UFC, taking on Vivian Araujo on a 2-fight. Ooh, no, coming off a loss. Uh-oh. That number 9 rank is on the line. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. We're going to rock Silva. We're going to rock Silva on this one. They're both Brazilian. We might see a little good ground fight. 298 favorite. Oh, by the way, Marcio Ruffy is a 900-point favorite. We're rocking. We are rocking. We're walking. What am I doing? We're rocking Ruffy. We're rocking Silva, the 900 favorite, the 300 favorite. We're going to try to find an upset on this card, I promise. But it's not going to be our next fight where we have Bo Nickal taking on Paul the Jew Bear Craig. What a nickname, am I right? What a absolute nickname. Coming off a loss to Chow Barallo, amazing fighter. Also coming off a loss to Arnold Allen, my bad. Brendan Allen, I always get them mixed up. His last win, July 22nd, 2023. He said, and I quote, last night at the press conference, he is going to get Bo Nickal in a triangle and squeeze until he is unconscious. Oh, hey, my personal information. He said he's going to squeeze until he's unconscious. Now, what do I have to say to that? Bo Nickal is inevitable. A 1350 favorite on this card, undefeated in the UFC, absolutely torching everyone. By the way, has something in his contract where he has to be on every main event. Shout out whoever scripted that one up. After that, by the way, if I didn't say it, I'm going the 1350 Bo Nickal. Am I not going to have an underdog on this card? We might have to go to the prelims to find an underdog. Next, we have Charles Oliveira, number 2 ranked, taking on Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler has been out of the octagon for almost, 3 years now? 2022, for 2 years. It's coming up on 2 years. November 12th. Is it past that? It's past that. 2 years not in the octagon, and that is massive. I hate taking fighters on a layoff, and he's coming off a loss. When's the last win he had? Oh, are we counting that? Are we counting him beating Tony Ferguson? Let's be completely honest with ourselves. His last win, January 23rd, 2021 against Dan the Hangman Hooker. I know last fight was a little odd. It looked like Michael Chandler was going to finish Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira makes it out of the round, goes on to, does he knock out or does he submit Michael Chandler? I don't remember. I think he knocks him out, right? Knocks him absolutely unconscious on the canvas. KO, TKO with 18 seconds left in the second round. I am going Charles Du Bronx Oliveira. One of my favorite fighters in UFC history. 21 wins by submission, 16 of those submissions being in the UFC, most in UFC history. Coming off a loss to Arman Saryukin, which if it was a 5-round fight, Oliveira wins that. Is this a 5-round fight? I'm not 100% sure. I hope it is because Oliveira's just better in the 5 rounds. I'm rocking with Du Bronx, the 270 favorite. And last but not least, you can breathe, you can blink, you can cry. Hell, you're going to be doing a lot of that. John Bones Jones, the GOAT, taking on Stipe Miocic. I'm going to say it right one day. A 625 favorite for Jon Jones. Stipe's biggest margin of being an underdog since being in the UFC, I believe. Stat correct me if I'm wrong. Jon Jones, like Thanos, is inevitable. When I heard who was in his corner, Gable Stevenson, Gordon Ryan, he already has a great stand-up camp. Jon Jones is going to go in here and take Stipe down and submit him or beat the brakes off of him in round one. I don't see it going any other way. If you see it going any other way, you can let me know down in the comments because I'm very interested to know why you think that. I love Stipe. Yes, I would absolutely love to see Stipe win, but it's not happening. Did I even pick an underdog for this card? Yes, I did. Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan Martinez will be our underdog. I'm going Jim Miller. Give me Chris Weidman. Give me Jonathan Martinez, Ruffy Silva, Bo Nickal, Bronx, and John Bones Jones. If you are ready for UFC 309 and you have any discrepancies with my picks, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget, like and follow.